Namaste everyone, welcome back to Yoga with Reena. We're on part 4 now, so we're working to increase our challenge a little bit more. I hope everyone is keeping happy, I hope everyone is keeping healthy. And today's focuses are going to be, as I said, balance and really making sure we're controlling our breathing as we're holding our postures. So upping the challenge as we go each time. Let's make a start with sitting on the floor. Remember, we don't need to use our hands. We can start in Sukhasana, one leg on top of the other if you're able to. And remember, whenever we're doing any practices, we want to make sure we are listening to our body. We're not pushing ourselves to any pain. We're feeling a nice stretch and a nice challenge, and making sure that we're keeping calm throughout the practices as well. So anything that you can't do or you're struggling with, try and limit yourself and work your way to building up to it, okay? It's not something that we can get over time. We want to gradually build our strength with our postures. So let's make a start. We'll start with Chinmaya Mudra, palms facing up on our knees, chest up, chin up, and of course starting with a nice big bright smile and closing our eyes and our mouths. Really just leaning slightly back in, opening up the abdomens, aligning the back of the neck and the base of the spine together. Taking a nice inhale and an even longer exhale. Keep exhaling. Make sure the lungs are completely deflated and the stomach has come completely in. At least once a day, taking some time to make sure we're breathing out completely. We'll start with 3 Omkars together. Inhale. And just being nice and still once you finished your last Omkar. Today we're keeping our brains, our bodies nice and slow, nice and calm to help us with the balance in our upcoming postures. So with your next exhale, slowly just open your eyes with a few blinks and take a nice deep breath as you breathe in. Raise those arms up, really extend those spines, and exhale and come down. Keep exhaling, maybe take more time doing your exhale as you're doing. You're bringing your hands down. Second round, inhale, come up, and exhale and come down. Remember to be using our noses, breathing in from the nose and breathing out from our nose. Next one, breathing in, really extend, keep those chins up, and exhale and come all the way down. Keep those exhales coming until your hands reach the bottom. Very important to mirror our breathing with our movement. Now, we're going to stand up and we're going to go straight into Surya Namaskar today. We're only doing 2, but I'm trusting you're increasing your count every day. And today they're going to be quite slow, okay? We're not holding for a very long time, but they're going to be quite slow because we don't want to really increase our heart pace too much and then work hard to bring it down. So nice and calmly, if you can, without using your hands, we want to slowly Come and stand up. So no hands, standing all the way up, feet together. Take a nice deep breath in on your tiptoes and come all the way down. Exhale and relax. And we're going to come to the fronts of our mats now. And remember, once your hands touch the floor, they don't move from there. And triceps are always moving with your arms. Use your toes to help you. And making sure that you're spending more time with your exhale. So today's Surya Namaskar smooth flows from one to the other. So keep your feet together and chins up, chest up. Roll those shoulders back. Take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, close your eyes, thumb down into the solar plexus. And take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, really just feel your body weighting on the ground and even out the weight in the soles of your feet. So try not to wobble and really focusing on keeping ourselves steady. And then with your inhale, we're going to raise our arms up. Inhale. And push your hips out. Exhale. Going as low as you can. Inhale, left leg smooth and soft flow. Inhale up. Exhale, take that leg off the floor and straight into Dandasana. And as you exhale, knees on the floor and chest down, chin down, stomach off. And drop those stomachs. Bring your hips up and breathe in. And come up. And nice and calmly exhale, lean back into Bhujangasana. Tuck your chin all the way in. Lift your head. Inhale, left leg comes in. Take your time if it needs to get there. No rush. Exhale and join. Raise those arms up. Breathing in and going slowly. And exhale, push your hips out again. Last one. Everything nice and smooth, nice and slow. Inhale, right leg back. Knee up, exhale back. Make sure you're keeping your body nice and straight. No hips up in the air. Exhale, knees and chest. Hips down, hips forward. Breathing in. And exhale. Push your legs down as far as you can. Tuck your chin in. Inhale, right leg comes all the way up. Really feel that stretch in your leg. We need it for our asanas shortly. Exhale, come down. Inhale, raise those arms. Come all the way up. Push your hips forward. And exhale, right into Namaskar. Keep your eyes closed and hold the pose for just a few moments. So really just stretching our whole bodies out nice and slowly and stabilizing our breath. And whenever you're ready, you can relax your hands and continue to be facing that way. Yeah, keep continuing to face that way, because like I said, our postures today are going to really work on our balance. And balancing practices are actually very good for our memory. It's also very good to ease the tension in our brains as well. We really work on our concentration, and it helps to make sure that we are looking at one spot. Yeah, so find somewhere when we're doing these poses to really try and concentrate on one spot, one tiny dot in front of you. Focus your drishti, your eye line, on there to try and minimize looking around and getting distracted. So try to remember those for our postures for today. So the first practice we're going to do is Balasana, and that's like a standing crow pose. So for this, obviously there are lots and lots of benefits in the legs. You'll feel the benefits as we do this. Okay, but I want to really make sure you're not pushing yourself. And for any of these asanas, if you would like to move your mat nearer to the wall, you're welcome to hold the wall to help yourself. Okay, but the important thing is to keep yourself nice and steady. So I'll do it facing sideways so you can see. So in Bakasana, what we're going to do is we're going to stand up nice and straight. And first of all, we'll start with our left leg. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg out. And nice and slowly, without sort of majorly tilting, what we want to do is we want to lift our right leg out behind and just hold our body nice and steady. And again, look at your dot and try not to take your eye off it. And try for this one to look slightly lower down because we're going to be dropping our trunk. And keeping that leg nice and straight, and also this leg nice and straight, the one you're balancing on. If you need to bend it, by all means do so. If you need to use the wall, by all means do so. But what we're trying to do is, with parallel shoulders, we're trying to drop our hands down to the floor. And let that leg come up wherever it wants to. If you can get your hands flat, even better. And really try, now that your hands are on the floor, you want to really try and bring your head as close to your knee as you can with your leg up. Now do this as per your body's comfort and really enjoy that stretch in the back of the leg. And if it means bending it a little bit, by all means bend it. You just need to try and bring your chin closer. But really take that leg up as high as you can. Keep your chin tucked in. Take a nice deep breath. And remember, we need to take our hands off first because they came down last. So you want to really try, with balance, to bring yourself back up. So once you're in position, again, back into the middle, take a nice deep breath in and out. And please remember, when you're doing balancing practices, you're always better on one side than the other. So if you're like me, you're not so great balancing on your left, that's the one we need to try and build up. Okay, and it's different for different people. Everybody's got a different body, so we want to make sure we are really just trying our best and doing what we can. So let's try the other side. Again, let's find your drishti. And whenever you're ready, you can start to, with a calm inhale, start to lift the other leg. And in parallel, with parallel shoulders, you have to try and drop. Now, if you know that your right leg is your stronger leg, you can really try and experiment and move your hands as you go further down. So really, if you can do this without bending your knee, that's great. And if you need to bend it, that's also fine as well. So settle your hands down. Once your hands are on the floor, you're a bit more steady. If you want to have a go and see if you can bring them closer, then have a go and do that as well. Okay, we want to really just try. I'll leave my hand here so you can see what's happening with the head. And as your head drops lower, your leg also comes higher and higher. So really feel that stretch as you're looking all the way in, and keep your breath nice and calm. Enjoy that leg stimulation. Really push. 3, 2, 1. Get yourself a little bit lower and nice and slowly. We want to just look towards the floor. You can place your leg down if it means keeping the balance, and you can bring your hands all the way up. Keeping your back nice and straight. Now, just continuing that theme of balance, okay, in the right position, making sure you've got enough space behind you. Okay, so if you need to move forward slightly, by all means, keep your chest up, keep your chin up. So we're going to do Anjaneya Asana. So we did this in one of the videos previously, but we're actually going to bring a hip twist into it now. So spine extension, really stretching out the inside of the legs. And again, a good certain level of balance is required for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our left leg and we're just going to bring it back. Okay, bring both your hips and shoulders in a nice straight line. And the wider you go, the better you'll be able to be at doing this, okay? And if you need to use your hands to put onto the floor to support you, by all means, have a go. Now, ideally, to strengthen the legs, we want to make sure we're coming down without using our hands and coming up without using our hands. So let's see what we can do. So the first thing I want is to make sure that we are bending, okay? Now, from here, let's try, okay? Take a nice deep breath in and raise those arms up. You can unlock your front knee slightly. And as you exhale, just bring that namaskar down in front. And keep those thumbs interlocked inside your chest. And we want to really try and take that bend. Okay, now take that bend and just settle yourself completely down with your knee on the floor. Okay, so if this is where you want to stand, this is very similar to the third posture of Surya Namaskar. And if this is where you want to stand, this is where you want to stay, that's fine. And if you want to, you can try and hook your elbow around your knee and look all the way behind you. Okay, and have a think about where your namaskar is and making sure it hasn't moved so dramatically. So really turning yourself out and putting all of that weight on the front. Hold the pose. 3, 2, try not to hold your breath. 1, and exhale and come all the way back into the middle. and we want to try. You can straighten up if you need to. Take a nice deep breath in and straighten ourselves up. Now what we can do, just to minimize the movement, is we can just turn ourselves to the other side. So we're ready in the position and we're ready with the opposite leg. So from here, take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, lunge forward. Again, if you need to use your hands, anyone with any joint pain, by all means do so. Okay, and just exhale and settle yourself all the way down and try and sit. And the aim is to eventually close the gap between the hamstring and your calves. So building up to that eventually. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, try and turn yourself as much as you can and look towards the side. And if you need to come up slightly, try and do so. And if you can do it going down with the gap closed, try. And again, if you can't hook the elbow onto the knee, that's fine. Just keep yourself up and keep yourself in balance. So turning and smiling and relaxing into the posture. 3, hold it 2, hold it 1, and turning back into the middle, breathing in. Straighten yourself up if you need to slightly, and coming all the way up, relaxing those hands, and bring yourself in. So, well done. That's actually a very hard practice, especially on our legs, and it's hard, but we're really trying to take that lunge forward and eventually closing the gap. Okay, so rather than sort of making our muscles just lock up in the middle, we're just going to continue with one more standing pose. Okay, and this is Parivruta Trikonasana, so a twisted triangle pose. And we want to really try and make sure that our knees stay straight as we do this. And there's lots of variations, but we're actually going to be doing a forward bend and making sure that we are really twisting our spine. So keep your feet nice and flat. If at any point you need to bend one of your knees, absolutely fine, just do so. This is not something we're going to get straight away. So enjoy what you're doing and be happy with your body as well. So legs nice and wide apart, and raise those arms up. Okay, keep your chest up, keep your chin up. Take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, I want you to just push your hips out and come down to a nice right angle. Yeah, and try and make sure those hands haven't come out, because normally as habit we just tend to bring those arms. And then from here we're just going to turn, and we're going to automatically start to feel that stretch inside. And we want to try and settle our hand down against our foot and turn and look up at our hand. So not only are you feeling it in the back of the leg, you're also feeling it in the spine as well. Okay, so really extending all of that spine. So keep your head up and really try. If you need to bend that front knee, of course do so, but the more you bend it, the less you'll feel the stretch. Okay, so keep those chins up. 3, 2, and 1. Breathe in, come back to the middle. Again, exhale, we'll go to the other side. And once your hand is there, only then do you lean into it and really push yourself out. And your longest finger, we want to try and make sure we're looking at our longest finger. So keep your palms nice and relaxed. Hold it. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to come back into the middle. And breathe in and come all the way up. And from your noses, breathe out. Good. Breathing all the way out. And moving into lower body poses now, okay? So we're going to move into Kapi Asana. So it's a monkey pose where we're going to be doing a really big quad stretch. Again, significant amount of balance is required for this. So lots of leg strengthening today and lots of balance, okay? Especially if you're into your sports, if you're into your activities as well. So if you come towards to the back of your mat, okay, and then we're just going to take our left leg slightly forward and put ourselves down on one knee. Yeah, so anyone, if you're able to sit like this comfortably, then please proceed with the asana. Again, if you need to use your hands, please do so. Okay, but this should be feeling a very big stretch in that quad. Okay, so initially we're going to work our way up to. Initially we're going to place our hands onto the floor. We're just going to put our chest down onto our hands, and as you can see, we're kind of at a right angle with our right leg. And what we want to try and do is we want to try and pick up our foot and hold it. Now, if you want to stay here, that's absolutely fine. We just want to try and lunge in, and you can keep this hand on the floor. And if you want to try, you can pick the other hand up and try and interlock your hands around your ankle and really try and push yourself in. So essentially doing the same posture as we're doing in Asana, closing the gap, but this time doing it with your leg folded in. Okay, so trying to really hold. And the more you pull your heel into your chest, the more you'll feel that stretch in the quads. Feel them nicely opening up. And remember, hips and shoulders should be facing the front. So hold the position, 3, hold it 2, big smiles, 1, and really just now try and push your shoulders back. Stomach forward, shoulders back, and lift your head up. 3, 2, 1, and nice and slowly, you can relax the leg, put your hands down, take a nice deep breath in as you come up, and we're going to turn over to the other side. Yeah, so making sure, I'm sure that leg is very, very charged now, and be observant which leg you're better on, and try and work on the one that isn't as strong, because normally the stronger one is our go-to. Yeah, so we want to make sure that both sides of the body are nice and strong. So let's turn to the opposite side now, and let's put our left knee down on the floor. You can use your hands, nice and comfortable, use your toes to help you. Okay, and let's try, same leg, same hand, hips and shoulders parallel to the floor. You can lunge in slightly. If you need to adjust your knee, by all means do so. And remember, you're listening to your body, okay? Not pushing ourselves to any pain, but enjoying that stretch. So no both hands off the floor unless you're fully comfortable with doing so. Okay, now lunge yourself in and take that leg bent and try and pick it up. And as you pick it up, try and make sure you're not opening out yet, okay? So just sitting in and pulling that leg as close as you can, okay, and holding the pose. 3, 2, really feel that stretch. Smile and enjoy, okay, and 1, and now start to lean back with your upper body. So shoulders back, 3, chins up, big smiles, 2, and 1, and nice and slowly you can bring the hand down, you can bring the leg down, and you can relax, okay, right here on our tummies. So we're moving into our last posture now. So your legs are charged, your spine is charged, and now we're going to work both. We're going to use our spines and we're going to use our legs, but with the support of our tummy. Yeah, so we're going to do Balasana now. So this is our frog pose. And I know some of us might have done this before, but this is a very good practice to make sure nothing has locked up in your spine and in your legs. So any major stomach surgeries or anything like that, any sciatica, any back pains, please be really careful or completely avoid. You're welcome to relax in Balasana. So sitting on your knees with your heads down, and start your relaxation from now. Okay, for anybody that wants to join, we're going to place our chests on the floor, and we're going to straighten our arms up and just lift our head just slightly. So this is our last posture. We're going to go out with a big bang, really big smiles, okay? And we want to try, with our left hand, we're going to try and hold our left leg, okay? Now the more you pull your left leg, the more stretch you'll feel in your quads, the ones that we were just stretching. Now lift your chin up, okay? And start to slide your hand all the way in. And as you slide, you're going to actually end up moving your ankle, and the higher you go, you want to really try and push that leg all the way in. So you can use any part of your body to push. So you'll eventually be started holding the ankle and it might start to slide down, and that's absolutely fine. So making sure that when you're pushing, your shoulders and your hips are both facing the front. Yeah, so just coming off your tummies completely and holding the pose. And basically how you would do Makrasana, so how would you do Crocodile Pose, yeah, in our previous video. So shoulders and chests coming up, everything facing the front, push yourself and arch your head all the way back. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to finish with balancing on our tummies. So we're going to ease ourselves, and as you start to ease yourself, that leg is going to come up behind you, and we're going to be out nice and straight. Now's your chance to hold on to your ankle and really pull yourself up. Hold it there. 3, hold it there. 2, and 1. A little bit higher for me, and come all the way down and relax. Well done. So really understanding how heavy our back muscles are. Keep those exhalations going, and I know it's quite hard on your tummies, but even shallow breath is some breath. So try not to lock yourself, okay? So from here, let's move on to the other leg. What I'll do is making sure that you can see. I'll turn myself over. Making sure. And try and observe again which side is your stronger one. So from here, I want to just lift our right leg, okay? And initially start off by holding the ankle and try and make sure you're not turning yet. Keep those shoulders facing down, okay? And now bring that hand slowly in and start to lift yourself up. And slide your palm as far down as you can. So you're really pushing onto your pelvis, and use your arm to bring that heel in. And remember, the higher you go, the more you can reversely curve your spine and really push your heel all the way in. So keep your chin all the way up, all the way up. This is fantastic for your abdominal organs. And 3, and 2, and 1, and slowly lower your head. And as your hand slides down, the leg comes up behind you, straighten your left hand up and pull yourself as high as you can. Remember, the left leg should be nice and straight. You can point your toes to lighten them. We're holding up all of our back muscles. 3, higher, 2, 1, and exhale. And leg down, palm on top of palm, and head down, and relax. Just take a few moments with your heads down to relax. Take a nice inhale and a nice exhale. And whenever you're ready, we can slowly sit ourselves up. Take your time, absolutely take your time, especially since putting so much weight on all those frontal organs as well. Yeah, so we always get, we're always focusing on the exterior, we're always focusing on our bodies and our muscles, but going much deeper to focus on our organs today, okay, especially the mind. And Bhramari, which is our humming, is a very fitting pranayam to finish with today, to make sure we are keeping our blood pressure nice and low, anxieties and stress levels during this time are nice and low, and really feeling those vibrations. So we have done this before. This is the practice where you press lightly with your thumbs, okay? The lower 2 fingers, the last 2 fingers are lightly on your eyelids, and the remaining 2 are either on your eyebrows, forehead, and just touching those eyelids lightly, okay? So once I say inhale, push your thumbs in, lock your ears so you can't hear anything, and the vibrations of the humming, which is the sound, is coming from the back of your throat and vibrating in your head region. So with our hands, let's get into the position. Lower fingers on the eyelids, upper fingers on the forehead, thumbs just near the ears, and humming for as loud as you can. 3 rounds. Inhale. When you've finished your 3, you can relax your hands. Gulp your saliva, relax your throat. And we'll do our mantra together, holding the Namaskar Sthiti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let's remember to all be happy and all be healthy. Let's all see the good in others. May we all be without any pain or illness. And may we all have peace, peace, and peace. Relax your hands behind your back, and as you exhale, bring your head slowly down to the earth. And sitting yourself back up, nice and straight, heads up, chins up, and start to rub those palms, get them nice and warm. Lots of energy gathering inside those palms, lots of heat. And just cup your eyes lightly, enjoying the darkness inside. With your eyes open inside the darkness, we loosen the grip, no squinting. And as you palm your forehead, raise those eyelids, nice big stretch, and an even bigger smile. Just pull yourself out and extend that Namaskar all the way up. And remember to think positive with our brains, and to speak positive with our words, and to feel positive with our hearts. Thank you very much for joining today. I hope everyone is keeping well. Well done on the postures. I know they can be really challenging, but I know you tried your hardest, and join us again next week.